Okay, we're back. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with wood pellets. You'll notice that I got a very small bag here. This is just what's left. I have other bags. Pellets are just that. Looks like rabbit food, some people would say. It's compressed wood into these little pellets. As you can see, whoops, like that. Some of you are probably familiar if you have a pellet grill on that. So there's different types of pellets you can get, different brands. This one is Bear Mountain. I do like Bear Mountain. It's a great pellet in my opinion, to use. I've never had issues with them. As in for clogging up your hoppers, I think that's with any pellets. I notice that people, when they talk about the reviews on pellet smokers and the hoppers, that all these pellets tend to get stuck. In my personal opinion, that's because they're just how they're fitting like a puzzle. It's like a Jenga. You know, you can pull out one side and then not fall, and pull out another side and not fall, and it's standing, right? So you have these big gaps in certain others where the weight's pushing against each other for certain reasons. And then of course this brings us to wood chips. Now I'm just talking about in general, and I'll briefly touch on different types. So this is a type of wood chip here. It's a good little size chunk for smoking. Pick these up at hardware stores, a lot of different places. And then these are some wood chips. This one here, they're bigger chunks, as you can see, where these ones are pretty much finely shredded. Now those finely shredded ones are made for pretty much those like little chiefs, big chiefs. People are smoking in that because these finer like shredded wood chips tend to burn a lot faster at lower temperatures when you're smoking. So I'm not sure how hot a little chief or big chief gets, but you don't have temperature control on that. You just plug it in and let it go. And it's just like an electric element in there that the stuff sits in a pan on top and it smokes. Now, I like these bigger ones because they'll get going and they'll burn a little bit longer, where the smaller stuff burns up pretty fast if you were to use it like in a gas grill. Now, if I'm using a gas grill, I get myself a wood chip tray like this. Either one of these will work fine in it, but I like the bigger kind of chunks, and you just put your wood chunks in there, put it on the fire, let it get smoking, and you can put your burgers on your propane grill and get smoke flavor in it. I was actually kind of surprised. I was wondering, well, they cook really fast, how will they really get smoke flavor into them? And then had a grill that was equipped with a pull in and out wood chip tray built into the grill, and I was amazed at the kind of flavor. So I'll never just go back to doing burgers on the propane grill without wood smoke, probably, unless it's just time. I don't have time to do it. But that's basically wood chips. They're in a nutshell. You got just different types. You got different brands out there. You get them at Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, Ace Hardware. I mean, a lot of people carry this stuff. But this is small potatoes to a couple other forms of wood smoke flavor rising, or whatever you want to call it. So I was talking about all this woods and stuff and how you're using them. I forgot about flavors. You'll find a lot of different flavors wood. You got hickory, you got mesquite, you got pecan. I've even seen listed in barbecue books mulberry and grapevines. All these woods kind of give different flavors to meat. They affect certain meats different ways. So you can find lists out there saying, yeah, the hickory is good for like beef, chicken, and pork, but don't use it on fish, because hickory is kind of an overpowering, can be overpowering, and can get really bitter if you use too much hickory. So it's just things to keep in mind, you know. Maybe someday I'll try to get a chart together and I'll throw it up on AlbyQ on the Facebook page, but got to work on that. I'm not a graphic designer, but I want it to be cool looking. But But I like pecan. Pecan's one of my favorites. I've been doing that for like the last 3 years. A co-worker of mine suggested using it, so I like pecan. It's kind of like a hickory, but a little bit milder. So sometimes I've used hickory and mesquite like half and half. But I'll tell you, there's a combination that Paul Gervantes of Original Northwest AlbyQ, he uses, I think it's cherry, oak, and maple, I want to say, what he's burning when he does his competition. And I like the flavor of that. He's got a good winning combo flavor there. So yeah, your wood pellets that you got now, you know, there's Lumberjack, Bear Mountain, Traeger's got their own, Pit Boss has their own. You know, there's a whole bunch of brands out there. Be careful. Some are better than others. Some use a lot of fillers. So read reviews on some pellets, especially if you're ordering off Amazon. That would be advice. I would definitely say read reviews. I have not used Lumberjack, but I've heard they're really good. I'm trying to remember the other brand. All Things AlbyQ sells this one for like Yoder. I don't know if it's Yoder that makes them or if it's a different brand. I forget the name of it, but it's supposed to be a pretty good brand. Then I like Bear Mountain. I could get those at like Smart Food Service for like a little over $10 a bag, almost $11 a bag for a 20-pound bag. That's a pretty good deal. There's a Blue Max Butcher up here near me. They've been selling them. They were having 40-pound bags of pellets for like $21, I think it was. And I was like, wow, that's a good deal, because you can't even get that on Amazon for that price. So, and I missed out because I didn't need pellets at the time, and I went back there and they were gone. But they have several different blends. So yeah, read up on woods, you know, find some info on them. There's different types, you know, that you would rather use for fish. Like here in Northwest, alder. Everybody uses alder, you know, because that's the primary wood here in the Northwest. I mean, you can get other woods, but like alder's good on fish because it's not an overpowering flavor. So anyways, I'll catch you guys later.